Chris?
Right here, Chris Carmen, Son of a Source. Your thoughts about how the team is kind of regrouping from the Oregon State and the focus on Arizona? What would you say it is?
I think we're just really trying to focus on what we have ahead of us this Saturday, and really trying to focus on being 1-0. So I'd say we're just trying to focus ourselves up for what we have ahead of us, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far today.
Yeah. What are the things that have been kind of stressed to you about Arizona's team and what you guys have to be aware of?
I think they are a lot better team than their record, and they have some impactful players, and this is a game that a rivalry game. We need to play really good. We need to play our best game. This is our seniors, some of our seniors last time playing in this stadium, so I think it's a pretty important game to us.
Hi, LaDarius. You're a guy from out of state just like Mike is, and he was talking about how it was surprising to him the first time he played in one of these games. Can you go back to the first time you played in this rivalry game and what your thoughts were?
Well, being from Texas and so many rivalry games out there, I never really heard about this rivalry growing up that much, because you just hear about like the Oklahoma, Texas, or like people argue about A&M in Texas. So then we get out here and you hear about the history and the severity of it. It's like, oh, this is really cool. It's really cool to be a part of this. So, it surprised me how big this is to the people in this city.
Do you have out of the couple games you've played it, do you have a favorite memory, whether it's a play or a memory or a game, from the couple games you've played in?
I really, I think a memory that I remember forever and I really liked was Jack Jones, my freshman year, and he had a great game, and I felt like that was pretty cool to watch him just be himself and play really well.
Brittany, PHNX Sports. It's been over 4 decades since ASU football has won 5 in a row against the Wildcats. You guys have a huge opportunity, and I'm sure Herm has touched on that, being he said he wanted to talk to everyone about the history of it. So what is the chance to go and do something historical like that mean to the team after this season and how things have played out?
I think that's a tremendous opportunity we have ahead of us, and I think it means a lot more for not just only for the people in this locker room and in this building, but for guys that played 5 years ago, 10 years ago, the Rose Bowl team. Just for a lot of those guys, they didn't get to experience this and didn't have the opportunity. So for us to be able to accomplish that, it's kind of like we can accomplish that for us and them. So I think it's really cool.
Luke, Lennon. Oh, go. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, Michael.
When you obviously look at this team, I know you said they're playing better than their record, but I asked Mike, when you get off to a big start, to put them behind the 8 ball for a team that's struggling, how big is that for you guys? And have the coaches addressed that?
That's pretty important to us, and we want to go out there and play our best. And could you repeat that question? I didn't really fully understand it.
Just to get off to a fast start and to kind of get them behind the 8 ball and need to put that pressure on them because they've been struggling. And usually when a team's struggling, they kind of get back into bad habits possibly.
Yeah, well, we just want to start fast on everybody we play against. That's always been our mantra that we want to do. It's always been something we've harped on in practice and on Saturday. So I don't think that'll change on Saturday.
Luke Lennon with 12 News. Obviously, you're no stranger to this rivalry. The word animosity has been tossed around a lot this week, especially on the U of A sidelines. And I'm curious, in your own words, how would you describe how you feel about your opponent in the Wildcats?
I'd say that they're a team worth respecting. It's a rivalry game, so even like my rivalry game in high school, no matter what they did to anybody else that season, we're gonna have to play our best game versus them. For us it was Ennis at Waxahachie, but so we know this is gonna be a game that's gonna be physical, it's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be a dogfight. No matter what the score is at the end, it's gonna be a physical game. So.
Zach.
LD, I asked Michael, we go around the Thanksgiving table, what are you thankful for this year?
Mac and cheese.
Traditional out of the box?
No. It has to be brown on the top, out of the oven. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Chaz Messman, Cronkite News. Yesterday, Herb had a couple really awesome things to say about you. So I just wanted to see, where do you think your growth has been from the beginning of this season to where you are now?
I think I've grown a lot as a leader and as a man under Coach Herm, and I mean I've obviously grown physically and on the field with like my experience and mental capacity and just physicality and dominance on the field. And I say from freshman year to now, I think the only thing about me that's really changed is my size and strength. And I mean, I've always been, in my mind at least, mentally tough, a prepared guy, you know, attack the day, attack the week. And so I think now it's just like, I feel like sometimes it takes offensive linemen in college a couple years to really get dominant, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm starting to step into that, so yeah.
And then a quick follow-up, focusing more on the U of A game. Specifically, you guys have gone on the road, played in some hostile environments. Now you get to come back home in a rivalry game. How important and how much of like a boost does that home field crowd give you guys on that offensive line?
I really like playing at home because when you're out there, it's not as loud. But I think it's just really cool that we get to finish off our Pac-12 play at home. I think that's tremendous, especially for a senior night for our seniors. They get to go out like this in our stadiums.